Hey guys, what is up? Tasman Hart here. Welcome back to my movie review. And today, here's my review for The Devil Wears Prada 2. So, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is a sequel to the 2006 film The Devil Wears Prada, which that movie came out 20 years ago. And now this year, they finally made a sequel, which I never thought they would make a sequel, but they did it. So, um, here's my review on it. I went to go see this movie in theaters a couple weeks ago. So, hang on. Okay, never mind. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta let out a sneeze. All right. So I saw this movie a couple weeks ago, and of course, like the first film, this movie is directed by David Frankel. Sorry, I can pronounce his name. And the plot of this movie is that it follows Andy Sachs, who is played by Anne Hathaway, who returns to a struggling runaway magazine. After being laid off from her journalism job, she is hired to help her old boss, Miranda Presley. Yeah, Miranda Presley, who's played by Meryl Streep, navigate corporate buyouts and the rapidly shifting world of digital fashion media. If you guys want to know my thoughts on the first Devil Wears Prada film, I really like the first film. I think the first film is a really darn good film, and it's a very entertaining comedy film, and it does a really good job for its good writing, great acting, and great humor, and also really great moments, and it also does a good job for telling telling the little story about how to work at a job, even despite it is a very struggling job, and how they did a job about working at the fashion place is very well executed. So yeah, I really enjoyed that movie very much. And if you want to know my rating for the movie, I actually give it a 9 out of 10. I really liked it a lot. It actually got better the more times I watched it. And well, I wouldn't say more and more times, but I did watch it recently, leading up to the sequel, and it's really good. So I was actually really looking forward to see a sequel. I wasn't too sure at first, because sometimes legacy sequels, or even movies that didn't need a sequel, sometimes like legacy sequels are very, very hit. Sometimes they can hit, and sometimes they can be miss. And when they miss, that just tells you that they actually do it as for like nostalgia or just all about money. And I didn't like that. I like legacy sequels when it stays good. So yeah. So I was actually really hoping that this sequel will be as good as the first film, and all I just wanted is just a good movie, just a good entertaining movie, and that's all I ask. Yeah, and after seeing this film, what do I think of it? I gotta say, guys, I'm happy to say that I actually really like this movie. I think The Devil Wears Prada 2 is a darn good sequel and a very entertaining film. And this is definitely a blast to watch for the fans of the first film that will appreciate this film. I will say this, I do prefer the first film just a little bit more, but that doesn't matter. I really enjoy this movie a lot. And yeah, I really like this movie a lot. And let me get to the positives. The positives of this movie is that the writing is very, very good. Like how it does like a lot of callbacks to the first film, and how it does take place after events of the first film is actually very well done. And it actually gets me invested where the movie is going. Of course, the acting was absolutely fantastic, especially with Anne Hathaway, who does an amazing job as Andrea Sachs or Andy Sachs, whichever you want to call her. Yeah, she's a very likable character, and she actually brings that character to make you care about her character, and just like in the first film, she was also really great in this film, and yeah, and of course it makes sense you gotta bring all the cast members back, and of course Meryl, who can never forget the big one, Meryl Streep. She was absolutely fantastic as Miranda Presley. Like, say what you will about her as a person nowadays, which will I'm not too crazy about, but we won't be talking about that. But Meryl Streep was really fantastic as Miranda, and let me tell you, her character, and excuse my verge for saying this, her character is a bitch. Like, yeah, she's a bitch. Like But she has a heart, and she actually is a really great character, and you actually honestly really care for these characters, and which I'll get to in a minute. And Meryl Streep does a really wonderful job playing this character. And of course, the other actors like Emily Blunt as Emily Clariton, and Stanley Tucci as Nigel, and also many other cast members like Simon Ashley, Patrick Baumel, Caleb Heron, Lucy Liu, and of course Kenneth Braun, and many other people all give out amazing performances. Yeah, like the acting in this movie was absolutely fantastic, and you know, like there's not one bad acting in this movie. All the actors were really great in this movie, and they were wonderful in this film. Of course, like I mentioned, the characters were great. Like, of course, Andrea, Miranda, Emily, Nigel, many other characters were, you know, they're great characters. You actually do care for these characters, and you know they're really funny, and they actually show a lot of great personalities and really great moments with these characters. And of course, the direction was really great. 90% of the humor was really funny. You know, I was actually really laughing about some of the jokes in this movie. A lot of the jokes, like there's a lot of really great jokes in this movie. And of course, the cinematography looks amazing. Like the cinematography of this movie looks really fantastic. I mean, the way it's shot is just amazing to look at. Like, you know, just like in the first film, like the cinematography looks great. In this sequel, I just could not believe they got like the newer camera shots to make to make the cinematography look this good. And man, the cinematography in The Devil Wears Prada 2 looks really stunning, and it's a beautiful looking movie too. You know, the editing was really great. The screenplay was good. And you know, it also has really great memorable moments. And even though most of the pacing for this film is very good, and it also has really great heart to it too, and of course the set designs and production values and costume designs were really fantastic. Even though it is more of a modern film, but you know that's okay. It still looks good to this day. It actually still looks good. You know how they did with the costume designs, and they were really fantastic. And of course, the musical score was fantastic, and of course, the soundtrack in this movie was really good. Like, you know, they really fit the tone of the movie, and they really fit the narrative in the movie. Like, the soundtracks were really great, especially with the Lady Gaga song. It actually does fit the movie very well. And also the ending in this movie. I promise no spoilers, by the way, but the ending in this movie is very satisfying. Even though I like this movie, I do have a few issues. My only issues is that it has to do with the runtime. Like, this movie is only an hour and 59 minutes. Like, this is a 2 hour movie, and well, for the runtime, it does fly by fine. I'll say that, but yeah, they could have trimmed this movie for like at least 5 minutes, and I actually can feel the length for this movie, and there are a few pacing issues here and there. And also, there are some characters, while even though the actors are great, there are some characters that were just kind of there that you couldn't really remember them, but that's okay. And also, not all the jokes land. Like, there are some couple of jokes that, you know, 10% of jokes that don't always land for me, and you know, they're just like, okay. But that's really it. Overall, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is a really darn good, really high. Okay, sorry about that. Overall, The Devil Wears Prada. Excuse me. Okay, all right. One more time, guys. One more time. Overall, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is a really darn good sequel and a very highly entertaining film and a wonderful sequel, and also a wonderful movie, and definitely a worthy sequel to the first film, and also one of the better films I saw this year. If you're sorry, I just got to choke myself. But yeah, overall, if you're a fan of the first film, go see this movie if you can. It's still playing in theaters right now. It's doing well at the box office, and you know what? And let me tell you, this is Legacy sequel done right. And let me tell you, for all the people in Hollywood, this is how you do a good Legacy sequel. And yeah, and I think the fans of the first one would definitely feel satisfied for watching this movie. And yeah, overall, I'm gonna give this movie an 8.5 out of 10 and a B plus. Yeah, I really like this movie a lot, and if you're a fan of the first film, go see this movie if you can. So that's my review for The Devil Wears Prada 2. Let me know if you really like this review, and I promise I will return next time if I get if I want to put out some reviews what movies I saw recently. But I promise, guys, I will do some couple movie reviews for the next few weeks. Maybe like next week I could do that, or maybe the week after. I think the week after might help, but excuse me. But I hope you guys have a good day, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys later.